and we've got Dr. Gearl Loden and Andy Cantrell, Director of Operations for the Tupelo School District, and Dr. Loden is Superintendent of Tupelo School District. And so we're going to talk about the bond projects. So the district passed a bond last spring to do some work on buildings and some construction and just to get some things that y'all need for the schools.
Since 2008, the schools across the state have been underfunded by the state. In Tupelo, we've been underfunded by over $20 million. And we're blessed in Tupelo to have a community that backs us and supports us. And last year, we had over 85% of the voters to approve the bond issue. And we welcome opportunities like this to come to out in the community and get the word out as far as where we're at with the bond issue. This summer, we purchased new Chromebooks for the middle school. We also have purchased about 8 buses that are out, that are air conditioned, that allow us now to take extended field trips. So if children are going to Birmingham, they don't have to be back in time for the dismissal. It's made things a lot better for us and a lot safer. And then along that, we have just approved for ECEC, our pre-K, to have 6 additional classrooms. Mm-hmm. And we are in the process of bidding the middle school, a 5-room addition there. And then we have some really big projects that will determine kind of how we do as far as our funding for the bonds. We have some of our older buildings, especially Lawhon, Milam, and Rankin, that will have major renovations, and we'll bid them out this spring. And with the projects that we've had so far, we've had a lot of options where you could go with plan A, B, or C, but when you're going into older buildings and putting in a new floor and paint and new ceilings and you're dealing with asbestos and lead and other things, there's not a plan A or B, it's plan A. So when we open up the bids in the spring, we'll see where we're at. Right now, all of our projects, for the most part, are break even. We did go over budget slightly on ECEC. The 4-room addition was way under budget, but we decided to go with 6 rooms. That'll put us about $300,000 over. But right now, our contingency is about 1.5 million contingency. So we're to the good so far, and we're very pleased with the prices that we've been receiving.
I want to talk about some of the completed projects right now. We have security cameras in at all of the lower elementary schools. There was 9 schools that we added there. We feel like we're a lot safer there by adding those as well as the security film. Now we have a total of 464 cameras across the district. We're also, a current project is the command center. Mm-hmm. And what the command center will do is all the cameras will flow into one room. You know, cameras are a great resource, but when we add a school security officer, you know, actually live looking at monitors, monitoring those cameras, you know, that's another added security measure. We've added fire alarms at Lawhorn, Pierce, and Milam, and we also have the Fillmore re-roof that's been completed. Other projects, we've got, you know, as Dr. Loden mentioned, the ECEC Classroom Edition, and then we're opening up bids on the middle school on December 17th.
It's exciting. So, and when, I know you just bid out ECEC, mm-hmm. So when can we expect to see construction starting over there?
Well, the board yesterday approved the notice to proceed, so prior tomorrow we'll get with the contractor, give them the green light to go ahead, and construction could start as early as January.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Good. So how long is that project scheduled to take?
In a perfect world, if we don't have any delays or anything, We're looking at 11 months.
Okay.
Probably more realistically, you know, a year to 15 months.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Good things going on in the Tupelo School District. So, and one more question about the command center, because I think it's just a really cool idea, but how did you guys kind of come across that idea? Are there other school districts that do that, or how did you come up with the plan to say this is something we want to do?
Well, actually, it was the superintendent's idea to come up with that, and this is the first one in the state.
Okay.
And we're very excited about it. It's just another layer of safety. You know, in today's society, you can't be too careful.
And now, Dr. Loden, let's talk just a little bit about the district in general and what you guys have going on. And you've been there almost 4 years now. And so just kind of where are you and what do you see in the future and, you know, just the state of the district, I guess, if you will.
Well, looking over the last 4 years, when we first arrived, there's concerns about discipline. And I feel like if you look at the overall pattern, we've gone from over 1,000 major discipline events a year to less than I believe last year we had 217. We're trending that this year we'll have under 200. So I feel like as far as discipline, if you look at the overall picture of where we started versus where we're at today with major events, the discipline's way down. The turnover in the district is more of a healthy turnover when people get the years in and they need to retire, or someone's spouse gets a job out of, transferred out. We'll have some normal turnover, but there's not a high level of turnover. When we first arrived and had administrative jobs, it was very concerning because we didn't have a lot of people applying, and now typically last year we had, like in our AP pool for assistant principals, over 60 applicants. For the jobs we had last year for principal jobs, over 30 applicants each. So we have a viable pool of candidates now. It's exciting being at a place where we're developing our talent internally, but at the same time can pull people in from the outside. As a district, we're solid. The bond issue's given us resources that we were lacking because of being underfunded. Operationally, you need to maintain your buildings. You need to have safe buses. You need to have the technology. Now we have that. We are in a state of change. We have, for the last couple of years, every year it seems like we have a new accountability model or the one that's new is being changed, and then we have a new assessment for the second year in a row. So when you factor in a new accountability model, a new assessment system, and then at the federal level, it looks like there's some changes coming down at the federal level too. There's a lot of change out there, and there's great opportunities in change if you'll manage change and understand that it's a natural part of life, and keep your focus on things that matter that you can control. Keep your people focused on the things that are going to make a difference with learning and instruction. You're going to be okay, and that's what we're trying to do.